Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. Y'all know what? New Year's Eve is about to come around the corner, and New Year's is about to be right after that. So what we're going to do today is some traditional black eyed peas. All right, I'm going to show you exactly how I make my black eyed peas. And when you try this here recipe, it's going to be, unique. It's going to be good, and it's going to be tasteful. All right. So let me show you exactly what type of ingredients we're breaking down, and whatever y'all do, don't talk about my hat. You feel what I'm saying? Don't talk about my hat. And I want to give a big shout out, all right, to Scent and Mo, because Scent and Mo created this here apron for me. And Scent and Mo, I really appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. And for y'all don't know who Scent and Mo is, they got a YouTube channel. Please go over and check out Scent and Mo. They also are doing custom shot glasses, custom aprons, and they have a little bit more on their accessory line that you could definitely customize. All right, so these are the ingredients that we do have. First and foremost, I have some black eyed peas that's been soaking. If you can soak your black eyed peas overnight, that'll be fine. All right, so another thing that I do have right here, I have a jar of these right here are some pickled jalapenos, and I got a video for this right here, y'all. If y'all want to see this here video of how I pickled these here jalapenos, all you got to do is just comment below and say, show me how you pickle the jalapenos. And I only use these for cooking, and I'm telling you, they pack with flavor, and this will be a good recipe, or for you to try if you want to try to add a little bit more flair to your ingredients. The next thing I do have, I have some chicken broth, all right, and then I have some garlic, minced garlic, all right, and along with that I have some Spain spices, spice seasoning, okay. Then I have some garlic and herb, Spain spice seasoning, good stuff, y'all. And then I have some parsley flakes. Along with that, I have some Cajun seasoning, Louisiana Cajun seasoning. Then I have some ground coarse black pepper, and I have some of this here Nora's tomato flavoring, all right. And for my veggies, I have some chopped celery. Along with that, I have some chopped onions, and I have some chopped and diced green peppers. And for my meat, I have here some spiral ham that's smoked and that I chopped up, leftover spiral ham. And I have here some andouille sausage, some Cajun andouille sausage. All right. So now what we're going to do, y'all, we're going to get into this here video, and I'm hoping that you try this recipe, and I guarantee you, if you try it, you're definitely going to love it. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the second cut. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I just want to go ahead and brown up this sausage, and I also want to brown the ham. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let this cook up until it all brown up. And we're gonna go from there. And I'm telling you, this is gonna make a phenomenal black eyed pea recipe. And you could definitely use your leftover ham. So if you're cooking for Christmas and you got that leftover ham, that spiral ham, go ahead and keep it, freeze it, put it in your put it in a Ziploc and freeze it. And then you can make it, put it into use in any kind of dish that you want, as far as beans and greens and stuff like that go. All right, so when this browns up, I'll be right back. All right, family, so we got these browned up, and I'm telling you right now, boy, it smells good up in here. This ham and this Cajun sausage, man, this Cajun andouille sausage smells so delicious. And this is what I do, y'all. I just love cooking from the heart, you know what I'm saying? I just love cooking from the heart, and you can't beat this. So now, since we have this browned up, I'm gonna go ahead and turn our heat down on medium low. And now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and get these vegetables on up in here, the celery, the onions, and the bell peppers. I want them to brown up as well. A lot of flavor in that pan right now. So we're going to toss in all of our veggies. So I just want to do this right quick, y'all. While we getting these veggies to brown up, I just want to hit it with just a little bit of that chicken broth so I could help deglaze this pan just a little bit. Hit it with a little bit more. Because we're going to add chicken broth to this. This will help me get these veggies cooked up a little bit and deglaze the bottom of this here pan. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna let these cook for at least around about a good 2 to 3 minutes. And while this is going, we're gonna go ahead and get our next thing popping off real quick. So bear with me and don't go nowhere. All right, so I went on and I diced up one of these jalapenos and I left the seed in them. That's all you're gonna need is just one. That seed will give just a nice little heat to it, but just one. The onions and the celery, they're done. We don't need to do anything else to this right here. They're pretty much cooked the way that I like them, and I love the color of it right now. And the fragrance is just throwing off some good fragrance up in here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna toss in the meat. All right. Got our meat in there. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to transfer this. I think I might have to transfer this to another pot, but let's see for right now. Let's see. So these beans have been rinsed, drained, and I put more water in it, so I'm going to use the exact same water that's in it. I'm just going to put our beans in here, so we good on that. We don't have to switch to another pot. So now what I want to do is just move these around, and even though we have that water in there, but you know what? We probably had to switch this over to another pot. All right, so I switched over to a deeper pot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the beef broth. And I'm just gonna put half of that container. All right, as you can see, this is what we got right here. All right, and I mean, the flavor is just kicking up in here, y'all. The flavor is kicking. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these cook down just a little bit, okay? And I got my liquid exactly where I want it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a little bit more of this here broth. And that's gonna do it. I'm gonna let these cook for at least around about a good 45 minutes to an hour, because I want all of the flavor to just marry all up in this here broth. All right. So let's let this cook, man. So I turned my stove up onto medium high heat. And if you have numbers on it, that's gonna be on between, I'm gonna say a number 7, all right? And I'm just gonna let this go for about 45 minutes to an hour until my beans are tender. And once my beans are tender, I'm gonna show you exactly the next step to do, okay? So I'll be right back. All right, y'all, this is what we're gonna do now. While we got the pot boiling and the beans and stuff is smelling good, we're gonna go ahead and season this up. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop in some of this here garlic, about 1 tablespoon. That's all we're gonna need for that, just 1 tablespoon of garlic. Then I wanna put in some of the Spain spices, herb and garlic seasoning. We're gonna put in at least around about a teaspoon of that. And then we're gonna turn around and put in some of this here spicy seasoning, Spain spicy. And that's gonna be at least around about a teaspoon of that. And some Cajun seasoning, because I didn't put salt in the beginning. We're gonna go ahead and toss in some of this Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning, all you're gonna need is about a good tablespoon, all right? That's all you're gonna need. Not a tablespoon, I'm sorry, a teaspoon of that. Then we're gonna toss in some of this here, Nora's tomato flavoring, all right? Some Nora's tomato flavoring. And we're gonna put in at least around about a good tablespoon of that. All right. Then we got some black pepper, and you wanna put in at least around about a teaspoon of black pepper. And the next thing we're gonna put in is gonna be some parsley flakes. And you just want to put in about a teaspoon of that. And this is something, y'all, that I just love cooking this stuff up with. Like I told y'all before, man, this is some roux. All right, take you some roux. I got 2 tablespoons of roux that I'm gonna toss in. And I want to go with 2 tablespoons of roux. With all my ingredients and stuff mixed up. And that roux is just gonna balance it out. And if you need to add more water to your pot, go ahead and add the water, okay? So I got some beef broth, chicken broth. I'm gonna add the rest of that chicken broth. And like I'm gonna continue to let this simmer on down. Like we say, if you got to add more water, go ahead and do it. Like you want to cook these beans until they're tender, and I'm going to add a lid to it, and that's it. I'm going to walk away. All right, so I done let these cook now for about 1 hour and 25 minutes on top of the stove, and I just cooked them until my beans are a little bit tender. So I'm gonna go ahead and still cook them for about a good another 15 to 20 minutes. What I wanna do now is I wanna take some of the beans and just mash them right on the side of the pot. And by me mashing these beans on the side of the pot, it's gonna help me thicken up my gravy, all right? And I just want to just mash a few and just keep it moving, all right? And that's it. So that's all I'm gonna mash up right now. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that heat down low, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue to let this cook for at least around about a good 15 to 20 minutes. If you can see, we got some good stuff going on up in here. The pot smells good, and hey, I'm ready to chow down on this. And I'm gonna chow down on this with some neck bones. So let me go ahead and throw these right back on the stove real quick. This recipe is similar to a Hoppin John recipe. I'm telling you, if you like that, you'll definitely love this here recipe. So try this recipe, y'all, and I hope that 2021 will bring you better times and better prosperity and also a better life. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this here video. If you could, please watch these here suggested videos. It would definitely help me out a lot. Give this video a thumbs up, and also comment below. Let me know what you think. Love and not hate. Love somebody and hate nobody. Peace.